Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My respected brothers and sisters in Islam, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us khair in this dunya. Inshallah, today I have a beautiful hadith from the sayings of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This hadith was narrated by our beloved mother Aisha radiyallahu anha. She said that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ahabbul a'mal ila Allah adwamuha wa in qal." The most beloved deeds to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are those that are consistent even if it's small. Al-Bukhārī. In this beautiful hadith, inshallah, there is four main topics that inshallah I would like to discuss. The first part of the hadith talks about the consistency in our ibadah. The second is maintaining consistency through our ibadah and the things that we have to do to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The third point, inshallah, will be targeting small goals that is achievable that we could do to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And fourth, the importance of not undermining our ibadat. Inshallah, in this hadith, as I mentioned, the most beloved action to Allah are the ones that are consistent even if they are small. SubhanAllah, on a daily basis as Muslims, we always have a goal. And the goal is to be able to achieve the level of ihsan, which is excellence in our worship. But and again, as Muslims, we have to try to always ask ourselves, what act of ibadah, what act of goodness can I do at this moment? What is something that I could do consistently in my ibadah that I could be consistent with it? Like an example, if you make a promise to yourself that you would like to read the Quran every single day, you might not be able to read the Quran for 20 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour. But guess what? You can make a promise to yourself that you're going to read the Quran for 10 minutes every single day. That's the importance of consistency. Another important thing regarding consistency in our ibadah is that when you're consistent with the ibadah, this shows the kind of love that you have for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because you are striving for perfection. You're striving to get to the level of ihsan, but you know you are not there. So what you could do as a Muslim is to ask yourself, what are some of the achievable ibadah that you could do on a daily basis, even if it's very small? Because consistency can also help you to reach the level of ihsan. As Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us in this beautiful hadith, "Ahabbul a'mal ila Allah adwamuha wa in qal." The most beloved actions to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And every single action that we do is beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It could be a simple zikr that you have to do. It could be reading the Quran. It could be praying Qiyamul Layl. As long as you are consistent with that ibadah, it's beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even if it's small. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in the beautiful Quran, وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا. And for the ones that strive, for us, they strive for the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It could be anything. It could be any type of ibadah that you are striving to reach the level of perfection. لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will surely guide you towards that khayr. وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَمَعَ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. And indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with the good doers. So if you look at this ayah specifically, Allah is asking us to strive, right? To strive for goodness. The ibadah that you might want to do, you might not be able to do it every single day. But as long as you are consistent with that ibadah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help you to reach the level of ihsan. Another thing, inshallah, in this hadith that I would like to remind myself and remind my respected brothers and sisters is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us, فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَى. And anyone that does an atom of good deed, even little act of ibadah that you do, you are going to see on Yawm al-Qiyamah. So this ayah should give us hope that every single ibadah that we do, even if it's small, we should not undermine it, because that might be that ibadah that will get us closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As we all know, we are in the first 10 days of the Hijjah. And as Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us again, there is no days in which righteous deeds are more beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like the first 10 days of the Hijjah. So just imagine in these first 10 days, ask yourself, what are little ibadat that you could do in these beloved 10 days? It could be dhikr, it could be reading the Quran, it could be praying Qiyamul Layl, it could be giving charity. As long as you are consistent, even if it's small, it's beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My final point, inshallah, in these beloved 10 days of the Hijjah, I would like to share what are some of the practical ibadat that are very small that we could do because it's beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in these first 10 days. Like an example, if you could fast every single day, this is an act of ibadah. If you want to read the Quran, you might not be able to read for 30 minutes. Make a promise to yourself. You could read it for 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 15 minutes. The ulama have a saying, it is not about the quantity, it's about the quality, right? So you might just spend maybe 10 minutes of your time reading the Quran. As long as you are consistent with that, it's beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in this month of Dhul Hijjah, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from us, and I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us to benefit from these reminders, and I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us khair in this beloved 10 days of Dhul Hijjah. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.